when things get ugly. We have been.
It doesn't go that deep into its character.
Raised a generation. These are the key elements to any iconic feud. And if you think you're having deja vu, it might be because I uploaded this video about a year ago, but the audio was quite terrible, like 70% of it, so it had to go. Just pretend that video never existed. And yes, I know this is like my third time wearing this shirt on this channel, but I'm trying to manifest people. When I was a kid, there were 3 things I cared most about: hanging out with my friends, which honestly hasn't changed all that much, collecting those silly bands everyone obsessed over, and what the stars of Disney were getting up to in their daily lives. And let me tell you, these kids were getting up to a lot behind the scenes, and I loved every single minute of it. What can I say? I'm a fun girl. I live for a good juicy story. So I thought it would be fun for us to look back at the very entertaining feud between the Disney It Girls circa 2007 to 2011, Miley, Demi, and Selena, all because they got a little too involved with the Disney boy band, the Jonas Brothers. Hello?
Hey, are we still on for tonight?
Of course.
Okay, but it sounds real quiet where you are. Are you at home?
Bruh.
No, just using my...
Things get ugly. We have been.
Today's video, today we have a little bit different of a topic, something that we've never really touched on too much. So today's subject of today's video, his name is Amanda. She goes by, I think it's Amanda Conda or something like that. Amanda McGee. Demanda Conda is what she goes by on TikTok. And this is a story that I think is very interesting, and one that I think a lot of people can relate to. There's a lot of things that I can relate to based on this story. So Amanda is someone that is a single, or not single mother, but she's a mother, and I think she's a stay-at-home mom, and she really struggles with keeping her house clean. That's kind of, I know it sounds weird, but that's kind of her whole brand on TikTok and social media, is someone that struggles to keep their house clean. And I grew up in a very, 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 very low income household. My mom was a single mom. She worked full time, more than full time, and our house was not clean. You know, like, we were the house that if anyone was coming over, we would have to try and make sure we clean it as much as possible. But even then, we would have to tell people, like, hey, I know the house isn't that clean. It's really old. We have a slumlord that's our landlord that doesn't ever fix anything, blah, 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 right? So we never had the cleanest house. We never had the nicest house. Everything was very old. Most of the stuff didn't work. Our water heater would go off and on, and he would try and come and fix it and never actually have someone come and give us a new water heater, so he would try to fix it. It was a mess, right? And so the reason I'm saying that is because
I almost forgot. The orange juice right here. I think I'm gonna make the same color as the carrots. With my darkest shade being over here on this side. So we're gonna go ahead. This is the lightest shade. Tea rose is the lightest shade. Light orange is the darkest, and then I'm using salmon pink as, like, it's not darker than neither of these, but it's just to, like, give it that darker effect. You know what I mean? Kind of like a layering effect. So yeah. Okay. Go on my second darkest shade. I think I'm gonna make this one just dark. I gotta come back in. With that darker shade here. And then a lighter shade. Slash, just all over that, all over this, all over that, and on here. Okay. What do we think? What do we think? Oh, hi. There's actually people watching me. Hello. Excuse me. Alrighty. Mostly recording this for videos to have on my YouTube channel, so I probably won't be replying to a lot of chats, but I appreciate the views and the watching time. I love you. Thank you. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the carrot leaves. Yeah. I used Ahuhu and Safahi brand. I don't know how to fucking say it, so I just kind of say that, or just says Safahi. Okay, so we're going for pastel green vibes. So I'm thinking, let's see if I could pull up the chin. Yes, I could pull up the chin. Yes, I could pull up the chin. Oh, I'm not straight. I apologize. There you go. Pretty sure that's straight. Clean my camera. Hey, hi, Kaden. Kind of just hand this off to the corner here. Okay. So, oh, I want to pick a color for, it's gonna be like a pastel color. Should I do, because these shades right here are pastel, but I swear none of these, there's no pastel green in here. I don't have any pastel in here, I don't think. I mean, the pale green is a little pastel. I could use Hordish green. I'm thinking the green that I should use, it should be a darker green, but I want it to be like a dark pastel green. Fuck it. We're gonna do GY5 and GY8 from Safahi. Which is GY Epstein and Pittis Poyas, bro. These names are crazy. Don't even know what the fuck that says. Alrighty.
Empathize, and I can sympathize with the whole situation of things that are going on here, right? Someone that's struggling to keep your house clean, you have a lot of other things that you are doing. I get that. And it's very interesting because it seems that her TikToks have taken quite the shift from where they started and like the types of TikToks they were versus where they are now. And I feel like a large part of that is just the fact that so much of this is on social media. Now, obviously, I went through very similar things, but none of that was really being monetized for social media. And that's where the problems start, in my opinion, because it's one thing to be going through something like this. I think it's another thing to monetize that situation and try and basically make money out of this really not good situation. So that's what we are going to be talking about today. So what I want to do to share this story with you guys is basically take you through a timeline that is filmed through TikToks. That's the best way to go about this. So we are going to be going over her TikToks, kind of starting from where things started, and we're going to end where they are right now, which is a lot. CPS has been called. There's been a lot of stuff that has happened in these like basically 5 years. So with that being said, this is how things started. We're not going to be playing the audio again because TikTok, all the audio would get claimed. But it started off with these videos where, you know, kind of a messy house and it's like dirty, and she clicks her fingers, snaps her fingers, and then, oh, it's all clean, right? And so this is kind of like where things started, right? This is 2020, and this is, you know, she was, it seemed like a young mom. I can see pretty relatable, right? But this, you know, this video has 100 likes. You know, it's not nothing, but it's nothing huge. And then if we go on to this one, again, it's like her just talking about, oh, this song that's playing is like, I'm a savage, blah, 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 whatever, right? And then so she's saying, oh, I'm actually a single, or I'm a mother of three. I keep saying single mom. She's not a single mom. I apologize for that. You know, she's a mother of three, and she's, you know, doing the best that she can. That's kind of like the content that she was making. That was the persona that she was putting on social media, and a lot of people can relate to that. And there's plenty of people that make content that
I
is
just
about
colored
being,
my carrot,
you know, a mother or a single
green,
mother or a father, whatever, on TikTok, right? It's relatable. A lot of people can really relate to that. There's really nothing that special at the start, but the reason I wanted to show you this is because I feel like it's important to understand how things have changed. So let's continue going down this pathway. So it wasn't long after those first TikToks in 2020 where things kind of started to take a turn, and people started noticing that in a lot of these like videos where it was supposed to be someone kind of showing themselves struggling with cleaning but still trying to make things work, it seemed like things were kind of getting worse. And again, it was only exacerbated with the fact that there are kids that are involved as well. And you know, when people see kids that they feel are being neglected, they really don't like that. And so this is a TikTok from 2021, right? And so this is December of 2021, so it's almost 2022, right? So there's been a little bit of time.
One thing I'll say, I don't really like the blending that Safahi has to offer, especially considering that a hoo-hoo blending is just immaculate compared to Safahi. I love the way a hoo-hoo blends. And I feel like at first when I had a hoo-hoo, I did not like how it blended. But I feel like it's all about a learning curve as well. Because it depends on how hard you color, press down on your marker, how lightly you color, how hard you color, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I want to get the rest of the Ohuhu set, but I don't really color like that as much. And I want to use the Safahi brand more before I buy any more markers, considering that I noticed that a lot of the Safahi brand markers are drying out, and I just got it. I had Ohuhu longer, and they're not as dry. Some of the markers in Ohuhu are dry, but that's because I used them a lot, those colors. But most of them, the ones that I don't use, are not dry. Versus the Safahi brand, the colors that I didn't even touch were dry. So basically, some of the colors came dry, some of the markers, and that really upset me. Kind of want to reach out to Amazon, but I feel like it's a little too late now. I had them for over a month now, maybe 2. Probably just 1 month though. Probably 2 now, because it just turned April. Well, it's gonna be April tomorrow, so yeah. Are you guys coloring too? Is anybody coloring with me? I almost forgot to color in this little drop right here, which is just to color the juice coming out. Yes, yes, yes. So normally I make this glass more realistic, but I wanted to make it a little bit animated, so I made it blue. Same thing with the glass here, and same thing with the glass here. Fucked up right here, and I blended over to that. But what I'm gonna do is just probably put white on it, white gel pen. Okay. And then I'm trying to see what color I should paint the picture. I think I'm gonna leave it white. The picture. Or what are we thinking? I don't know what we're thinking. Oops. I'm thinking about leaving it white, guys. Yeah. Maybe even like do a little cool gray actually. But I need to make sure that I put some white on there. We're almost done with the coloring. Literally only have left. I think when we put these here. And then I think what can I try and make? Maybe brown. I feel like brown would be. Oh, maybe like lipstick natural. lime green. Where you at? Right here. You know you had it for a while when the shit is like fading. Lime green. And then I'm gonna go make him. What was it? This, I'm gonna make it like a strawberry kind of like color. So let me look up a strawberry jam illustration. Strawberry jam illustration. Okay. We're thinking for something like pastel-y, of course, as much as I can. Light prawn. I feel like that would be like the closest shade to strawberry jam. I do feel like it's a little bright, so I'm just gonna dim it down. And this right here. And then go back in with it a little bit. And then in the center. And then go back in with the lime green in the center. We put the lime in the coconut. And what was it? Lipstick Natural. Just go back in with it to make it all kind of like blend in together. Bam! We have some sort of like strawberry jam illustration over there. Alrighty, so I'm pretty much done with the coloring. Now we just go ahead and go and add some details, which is gonna take me forever because I'm going to be doing the outline for the entire thing. Because as you can see, the lines are very shaky. So I mean, they're gonna turn out shaky no matter what, but they need to be more pop in your face. So after I do the black line, and then I'm gonna go in with white detail. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture, and I think I'm gonna record this part. So thank you for watching. Bye.